I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. He's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence. George Foreman's really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Judge. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Big George Форман.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay?
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
Able to counter that attack. Each man able to land an uppercut. Wow! George Foreman's gone down. How will he recover from this?
One, two, three, four, five.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Able to dismiss it. How is this strategy of employing the jab time and time again going to pay off for him?
Well, it's going to be kind of like, you know, when you put your kids to sleep, you know? You get a little peace and quiet. He's going to be left alone. He's not going to be bothered. He's not going to have a headache if he uses his jab.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
There are different kinds of power punchers, Teddy. Some are sharp and accurate, some are thudding and impactful. Where does George Foreman lie on that scale?
A bludgeoning tight puncher, a guy that you have a headache for about a week. He hits you with such thudding punches that it starts to just break you down as time goes on. But either way, he intimidates you with the force of the punch, with the effect of the punch, and the knowledge that he's in front of you with that ability.
Last 10 seconds. Blocks away that headshot.
Keep your hands up.
End of that round. And the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook. Get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. George Foreman just coming out here after being knocked down. Oh! Bad intentions has been stunned. Look at that. Smart veteran move. Hurt, so you hug.
Guys.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
He was stunned, but now he's surviving. George Foreman blocks that punch. Bad intentions, his swelling is starting to become a real issue. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. Scores with the combo to the head. Now this is exactly what I love out of an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just a sweet science.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can do when you have good fundamentals. Not just good physical ability. That's only part of the equation. But just good technical ability. And that's what he's doing. He's snapping his punches. They're nice and clean. They're crisp. They're short. They're together.
Very nice defensive guard there. Final 10 seconds. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Good looking counter punch. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Good job with another left hand. He's doing a really nice job here on the outside. He's staying safe. He's away from his opponent's danger zone, but yet he's able to accomplish things offensively.
Yeah, he's getting full extension on his punches is what you're basically saying, Joe. He's doing a good job of that. If he threw his punches from a little too close, he would get time. So he's making sure he's at the right place when he first gets those punches moving.
Good way to protect the midsection. They both decide to bring it. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but they're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down. I mean, it takes discipline. And all of a sudden, it allows you a trail of excuses, because now you can start to say, well, gee, you know, I didn't do this. You know, it's the drudgery of it, and it's the consistency of it. When you have to stay at a weight and you have to watch that weight, you have to balance it where you're also going to be able to have a physicality when you get in the ring. You don't want to be weak, so you want to get that right balance where you're disciplined, you get the weight down, but you don't lose that physical edge.
defensively protecting the head. Clicks of the talk. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motives.
There it is! He didn't see that left hand, and it got to him badly. He should really tie up now. There he goes with the right hand again.
Beat him to the punch. Side to side.
Good job protecting himself. Think back to George Foreman and his early days, and I think one of the visions that most fans remember is holding that tiny little American flag in the Mexico City Olympic Games in 1968 after claiming gold.
You know, that's an interesting point because Foreman's not known as a guy with great personality. You know, he's a guy who's a disdainful looking guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of reminds you almost of a Sonny Liston. He tries to intimidate you. He does intimidate you with his power, with his size, but at that moment, he showed that he has personality, that it's inside him.
And now he's putting his punches together. There he goes. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Coach D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Throws a counter punch there. Wow, is he defensively sound.
Keep working the jab.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Good block by George. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
George Foreman's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
What a fight. What a great, great non-stop action fight this has been.
George Foreman talks about the rope-a-dope, saying, you remember the rope-a-dope? I was the dope. That has stayed with him.
Yeah, it has. You know, that was a ghost that had to be exercised. And it took him 20 years to exercise those ghosts.
How about that? 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. All landing.
Keep your distance.
There's an excellent combination by Bad Intentions. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And a well-placed counter by Bad Intentions. He missed with that headshot. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Good defense, just covering up down low. A good block. Very clean offense from defense by Bad Intentions. Foreman's learning a lesson here that you don't want to learn, and that is no head movement means you're going to take shots to the head.
Well, Customato used to tell me, if you don't move your head, guess what? The other guy will move it for you. Right now, the other guy is moving his head for him.
Painfully so.
Keep working the body.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Good block by Bad Intentions. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Accurate counter punch by Bad Intentions. Ten seconds to go in this round. Parries that punch away.
Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Forman's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Able to show you his blocking ability. Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Wow, is he defensively sound. He just missed that shot up top. Bad Intentions is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
So the round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy here ringside, and we've been enjoying sitting ringside because, Teddy, I know you have some of your fine guests from the Dr. Theodore Atlas Charitable Foundation with us here tonight.
And they're having a great night, and it's great to have them here. The thing that I want to say is thank you to all the people that help us, help many. They trust us. They allow us to be the middleman to give out the resources where they're needed. Thank you for mentioning Joe, and thank you to all the people that help us do what we do.
Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Good-looking counterpunch. George Foreman's got it down pat. Straight is great. Straight punch wins.
Yeah, especially when your opponent is standing straight in front of you.
He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Right on the mark, both guys with the hook. fundamentals, good counterpunch. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Forman's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Forman's in a really bad spot here. I mean, he has been beaten down tonight. He is losing on the scorecards, and he's not showing me anything that says he could turn this fight around. What about you?
Well, I think he's got to change his vocation a little bit right now. He's got to become a quarterback, because what he has to do is not throw the punch, not right for the receiver, throw it to where he's going to be. I noticed that his opponent pulls back. Well, throw that punch behind him, and maybe he'll walk right into it.
We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue and red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Not an accurate hook at all. George Foreman's got a real uphill battle ahead of him now with a cut over his eye. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Teddy, it's one of my favorite times of one of our fight broadcasts. When we make the declaration, he has to have a knockout to win.
And how's he going to do it? Well, I think he's got to be a photographer. He's got to be a guy that goes in the darkroom, really, Joe, and start looking at the negatives. During the night, a lot of pictures have been taken. He's got to go now and look back at those pictures and remember something, that he saw something. He saw a moment. He saw a spot where the guy dropped his hand. He pulled back, and he's got to go, and he's got to act on that moment.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Punches and bunches, working well. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good defense just covering up down low. Oh, good exchange there. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. He gets off with a combination up top. Fine fundamentals, good counter punch. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Very precise double jab by Bad Intentions. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
He missed with that headshot. Able to dismiss that body shot. Good counter punch. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Good looking counter punch. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Not able to land the headshot. Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. George Foreman stunned and he is hurt.
Work it out, no holding.
Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time? A knockout, unable to beat the count of 10. For the official word, let's send it up to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout, your winner, Bad Intentions.
Bad Intentions is your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.